What's going on? My name is Meraki, and on this channel, I help you find your potential. If you follow along and you subscribe, I can promise you that you will find your highest potential. The information that I share on this channel comes from a place that is beyond this physical. It is God, the universe. It is something that is channeled through that you will not find in your books, that you will not find anywhere else. If you clicked on it, it's for a reason, I promise you. Whatever's in this video, you're searching for, or you have been searching for, and the information will be provided. This video, we're going to talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness in the spiritual space, this is such a profound modality in healing ourselves, right? A lot of people talk about mindfulness. They associate it with meditation, yoga, calm, and those kinds of things. Meditation is to essentially allow you to clear the space, to calm your mind, to recognize your dominant beliefs, your values, the things that are going on inside. People think that when you meditate, you're supposed to just silence your mind and not have any thoughts at all. That's wrong. The fact that you are aware that you are having thoughts, that is what meditation is all about. It is so that you can deconstruct all the compartmentalization that you've done in things that you've hidden, that you've suppressed in your body. Allow them to come to the surface. So mindfulness. Mindfulness is not just a moment-to-moment thing. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Mindfulness is a moment-to-moment practice. It is a practice. It must be done all the time. Meditation, yoga, walking meditations, being out in nature, sitting under a tree, I don't know if I can say this, the last time I talked about this, my video got, banned, or not banned, but I went against community guidelines, so I will say taking manna, as manna is preferred into the Bible. Think of the special kind of mushrooms outside of lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps, and things of that nature. The very special kind of mushrooms that are edible. I think you can put two and two together. But these practices, these transcendental pieces of mindfulness, are meant to help you align with the way that you think, feel, and act. So here's an example. You can't go to yoga and connect with your mind and body and find your state of calm and allow certain things to be released and then get on the road and give in to old patterns and old behaviors, such as someone cutting you off, and you give into an old character and you just start flipping them off, or you get angry and you speed up and you drive, all crazy and want to get up to them to flip them the bird or something. You cannot do that, because you immediately then fall right back into the same version of who you're trying to not be anymore. What you should be doing is recognizing that mindfulness is meant to be applied in those situations. Say you're getting super angry at your partner or your children. The mindfulness practices that you are choosing to put yourself in are what you need to be putting into practice. So let's say you're used to screaming at your kid for not doing their homework or whatever the case may be. I'm just using some examples that are probably common and people can relate to. But let's say your child is doing the same things, trying to trigger the same emotions. And you're on the way to try and become a new character, and you're implementing mindfulness. You're going to yoga, you're meditating in the morning, maybe in the evening, maybe even the afternoon. But this opportunity comes up for you to make a new choice, and you're giving into an old character, and instead of putting that mindfulness practice into play and actually implementing the practice in the moment, it's because I said this is a moment-to-moment thing. Each moment you're going to get the opportunity to put it into practice, actual practice. Going to yoga and just meditating is not the practice. It is what helps you to be able to practice it by understanding it, Because then when the moment comes where you actually need to choose mindfulness and choose calm and choose a different behavior than the past self, that's when you implement the mindfulness. So that is the truth behind mindfulness. And I think a lot of people have it misconstrued. They think that just because they meditate in the morning, that, oh, well, I meditated. Sure, if you changed a new behavior and you used to not meditate at all, something new is going to shift and change in your life. It has to. Once something new is done and you are no longer doing the same thing an old character would have done, which is, say, skip meditation in the morning, something new will happen. But you can't just do meditation and then give in to all the old character traits throughout the rest of the day. You need to take that meditation with you through the day. You need to take mindfulness with you from moment to moment. That is what true mindfulness is. That is the truth behind mindfulness. Mindfulness is a moment-to-moment practice. It is practiced all the time. And the more that you get to combat that anger with your child coming at you the same way, trying to trigger the same old you, and you choose a different behavior, you choose a calmness, you choose mindfulness, whether that's walking away from the situation, whether that's getting down on their level and actually communicating with them instead of trying to scream at them to get your point across or to assert your dominance in being the adult. That is when things will start to actually change in your life. It is not enough to just meditate. It is not enough to just go to yoga. It is not enough to just spend time in nature. It is not enough to do those things and that only. You must take those practices and you must continue to implement them in your life. What it's doing is it's altering the way you think, feel, and act by choosing different patterns in different decisions. Your decision with your daughter, again, with the homework, is to rage out and yell and scream and whatever the case may be. But if you choose different, because you're choosing mindfulness, you're going to start changing. Your subconscious mind is going to be like, okay, well, you're showing, so that's who you are. You're the calm, collective person who practices mindfulness in every moment. And then it starts giving you more opportunities. Maybe someone will cut you off in traffic. Maybe someone will even nick your car. How are you going to react? How are you going to react? It is very important that through meditation and through yoga, and I say that because that's something that I practice often. That's where I find my muse in mental clarity and connecting with my mind and body. So that's why I use yoga and meditation. There are a multitude of forms of mindfulness practices, but those are the two that I genuinely practice in my life. You have to choose differently. If I'm not mistaken, Wayne Dyer says, once you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And what he's really truly saying is that if you're going to look at someone cutting you off as a need to be angry and to be upset and to assert dominance and to allow yourself to just lose control, then that's the reality that's going to be reflected back to you. But if you choose a different behavior, if you choose calm, take your deep breaths. It is a real thing. Don't just come to your breath in yoga and in meditation. Come to your breath in these moments. Literally, if you have to, pull over on the side of the road and just stop and close your eyes, or don't close your eyes, and just breathe. Just take a deep breath. And then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and you will find your calm. You will calm your nervous system. Because all anger really is emotion that is causing you to suffer. I understand that sometimes people will be malice in their intent to do things, to specifically stir the pot and to upset you and to do things of that nature. But even then, you still have an opportunity. As a man, I'm very capable of harm. I'm very capable of doing things that are harmful, that could hurt people, that could do wrong to people. But I choose not to. And that actually is what makes me a powerful man. It's very easy to lose your cool. It's very easy to be angry. It's very easy to give in to those things. That's why so many people do. It is very difficult to find your calm and to choose mindfulness. Walk away and find your breath in the same way that you meditate or choose yoga. Just because you go to yoga and just because you meditate, I will say again, does not mean that you understand the fundamentals of mindfulness. Because if you are leaving that practice and then giving into all the same emotions throughout the rest of your day, nothing's going to change in your life. Mindfulness needs to come with you. I will say it again, mindfulness needs to come with you everywhere you go, in every single moment. It's what you need to choose. If you are choosing anything that is keeping you locked into that old reality, it's all about the way you think, feel, and act. And to change the way you think, feel, and act, you need to first be able to figure out the ways you're thinking. And then establish how the ways you're thinking are making you feel every day. And then by those feelings, it's creating actions. Most of the actions are autonomous. You're not even aware of the things that you're doing half the time. It is such a dominant action in your life that the body knows it better than the mind, and you're just doing. That's why sometimes you can drive to work, and when you're driving to work, you're like, oh shit, I don't even know how I got here. Oh my God. It's because it's autonomous. The body just knows. It just knows. It's because you just do it so many times on repeat. That is truly how you become that thing. And so if there's anything that you found of value in this video, truly, I would appreciate if you would share it. I would appreciate it if you would take anything and chop it up and share it to your own social medias. You can comment, you can let me know, subscribe. Obviously, as you know, if you subscribe and click the little bell icon, it allows YouTube to furthermore put me into the algorithm, which obviously helps this content get out. Again, my name is Meraki, and I'm here to help you find your potential. If you want to know anything that is encompassing health, wealth, and relationships, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions that you would like me to channel, you can DM me on any of my social medias at Here Is Meraki. That's going to be on TikTok or Instagram. And like I said, yeah, just let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if anything resonated with you. And I want to know what you think about mindfulness. I'm just very genuinely curious if this resonated with you or if it helps you understand the idea about mindfulness. Anyone can say, well, I meditate every morning and my life is still the same, nothing changed. And then they'll try to convince you that, all this mindfulness is mumbo jumbo, the breath work and all those things. It's not. The reason people get mindfulness wrong is because they don't know how to continue to implement it. It goes like this. You can read as many books as you want. You can go to as many seminars as you want, as many retreats as you want. You can take as many psychedelics as you want, okay? It doesn't matter if you're not going to implement the wisdom and knowledge through that. And the best way to know if you truly are implementing knowledge in your life is to share that knowledge. Because once you can teach something, it means you are an expert in that thing. It means that your experience has granted you the ability to share that information with people. The reason I know that mindfulness is not just your yoga and not just your meditation, and that it is in every moment when you are supposed to be choosing mindfulness in your breath, is because it's what I've implemented in my life. And I can teach that to people. And as I teach it to people, they change their life. My clients and the people that I work with closely on one-on-ones and coaching, their lives are changing, genuinely. And if you are interested in any kind of coaching, again, DM me. Let me know. We're working on setting up a lot of different things as the team grows to make it a little bit more seamless and easy for people. And I am currently not really accepting a whole lot of new clients for one-on-one coachings at the moment. But I am open to it if you're a very serious individual who believes they need that guidance. Again, a lot of the information that I get is channeled information. And some of you may understand what that means and some of you may not. But if the wisdom resonates with you, don't worry about the other things that you don't understand. Trust that knowing. Trust that knowing that it is truth. Don't put it into a box of you don't understand what channeling is or that sounds a little esoteric. Just trust it. You know what you're feeling inside. So I hope this video resonated with you. Again, my name is Meraki. I help you find your potential. Thank you so much for being here. If you found value, share, like, comment, do the things. I appreciate you so much. Peace, love, and live Meraki.